Hi and welcome. This is Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. It's the NBA, served to you weekend style. It's the Miami Heat facing off against...
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. First for the Heat. And looking at the Nuggets, then it's Porter, and it's Millsap.
Only three teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West, and no surprise the Heat were one of those three, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
And Denver has possession. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Fires from deep. Gets it to go. Butler's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
We talked about the keys to this game, and he singled out Paul Millsap as a player they've simply got to be mindful of. Coach told me he's always been an energy guy, someone you have to locate and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Craig trains it from beyond the arc.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, you know, the defense still needs to keep an eye on it.
To the inside, deflected. Here we go, all alone. Finishes the break with a slam.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back, straight to the rack.
There's a screen by Robinson. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Murray. Soft touch off the glass.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Back to Jones. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on a play. That's what I love about him. He just is one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
And that one falls for Jones.
Well, I tell you what, the Nuggets turned that Pepsi Center into their own personal fortress last season. Had the best record at home in the league. Nobody could run with them when the game was played at the Pepsi Center.
And so Jones nails both of them. In that home record of the Nuggets, you mentioned Clark, 38-3. Been a long time since someone has been able to put up a home record like that, Steve. Pretty impressive.
Well, it's always been difficult for teams to go to Denver and play at high altitude. Then you factor in all the back-to-backs and the fact that the airport is a long way from Denver. They're in a different time zone than a lot of teams in the West. So throw all that stuff together, and it's tough to roll in there, arrive 3 or 4 in the morning, and try to win the next night. Denver really taking advantage of their geographical area.
On defense, Denver. No, he's covered by Murray. They get the rebound. Outside, Jones. Jones off the pick from Butler. Jones kicks to Butler. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Craig. Throws down off the coast-to-coast try.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Now here's Butler. 5 points in the game. And the run is good. Butler's got 7 points.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Pass to Murray. Here's Craig. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball. Two teams that like to play up tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were one play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. Spurs plus 5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the charts. Absolutely fantastic.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. Olynyk comes in for Robinson, and he makes both free throws. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now here's Morris. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Murray. Off the left rim and out.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Olynyk with it. Running now by Morris. There's Dragic with the 3. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now, here is Morris. D right on him. Rebound by Tyler.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Crowder kicks to Tyler. Right side Leonard.
Take it up.
Dragic left side. He passes it to Tyler. Miami no good on that time either.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Morris passes to Grant. Off target from outside.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively. A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
Hill is checked in for Miami. That's good. Morris has got his first 2 points.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark. Getting the ball inside, into that lane area has been huge for them.
And that one's good.
Well, he's established himself as one of the league's premier clutch performers, you know, with some unbelievable plays down the stretch and tight ball games.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
Now here's Dragic. Right side, Dragic. He kicks to Tyler. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
Here's Morris. Morris off the pick from Grant. Morris dishes to Grant. Pass to Plumlee.
Yo, set it up.
Great tee that time from Crowder.
pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he really challenged him.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 1. The second quarter coming up. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
It also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
And pushing it up. Here's Denver. It's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. Dozier, he's covered by Iguodala. Here's Noah. The 10-footer finds the target. Noah's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Denver. Now Dragic leads him in there. Iguodala, he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Ball to pass to Morris. Dozier. And it's off from three-point range.
Last year, Denver, a team that really liked to get out and run, and part of the reason was they were not an excellent three-point shooting team. So George Karl wanted his team to score early before defenses had a chance to set up against them. And there were some really poor three-point shooting games throughout the year. Remember, they were 0 for 22 from beyond the arc in a December loss. I don't see that very much.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Jones checked in for Miami. On defense, Miami. It's a three-point game. Trying his luck deep. It's rebounded by Olynyk. Well, as you said, Steve, just one of those nights that they wanted to put behind them as soon as the final whistle blew. You would think that Parker started 0 of 12 from 3. They'd have just given up on the long-range shot.
Well, Kevin, the numbers last year didn't take a whole lot of threes. They were in the bottom 5 in terms of shooting percentage beyond the arc. Normally wouldn't hoist many up, but they just kept at it that game. I would have stopped trying to hit from deep after the first dozen misses.
The Heat shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season. The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great teams until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak. Good boy!
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And the Heat making a change here. Butler's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they look really strong and together.
Yeah, very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record. And I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall asleep with the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Here's Morris. Defense from Butler. The Heat leading by 4. Kicks it out to Jones. And the 3 off target. Denver's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
The Nuggets making a switch here. The Heat have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Robinson sets a screen for Butler. Kicks it out to Jones. Off the pick.
What a throw down there, man. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Denver making a switch here. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Well, and you know, you'll take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range.
And guys, that was an element of this game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
And they're 1 away now from being in the penalty.
Yeah, you know, now's not the time to be careless. The next one sends them to the line.
3, defended by Butler. There's Porter up to 3. That's good. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To the middle, intercepted. Only one man back on D. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Nuggets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. He feeds it to Millsap. Down low. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Well, they've really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
And those hustle points, Clark, and that's just another reason why they got the lead here.
Millsap with a double team. Robinson a screen on Porter. Pass to Butler to stop the run. Butler missing again. The Nuggets are gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And the pass to Craig. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Tyler, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Miami trailing. Poke loose. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Jokic. Offensive rebound. Here's Tyler. Defended by Craig. Tyler down low. From 10 feet out. Carries the jump shot. Tyler's got 6.
Boy, he can be a matchup nightmare inside the paint.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Grant. Dishes it to Porter. Back to Grant. Makes the lead pass. Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Here's Tyler. Put it down!
It'll count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
the buzzer!
Oh, a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How did he get that to go down?
A nice release and some good concentration as well, but the biggest thing about that,
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
I hope your weekend's off to a great start this Saturday night. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Heat in a tight one against Denver. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. An impressive first half for Andre Iguodala. Nobody out there has been able to slow him down. Also, a strong first half for Denver. They've been very focused on the defensive end, generating steals, showing a high-level activity and aggression defensively. Now let's get back over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of our crew as the second half gets underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyler.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
Pass to Craig. Shot is off, and it's Miami the other way. In transition, here comes Miami. Robinson's got the ball, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Heat have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Miami. And so Butler nails both of them. Denver with the ball. They trail by 3. Here's Jokic. No good on the triple. Gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here.
Screen coming!
Second half just getting started. About a minute play. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. The Heat have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. First one falls for him. And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And Iguodala drops them both. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Off target at the rim. The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray the pass to Craig. Robinson with the block. And they're able to recover. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. For Denver, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chase down that pumpkin off.
Iguodala against Porter. Inside, number 13. Just his first attempt. And falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. And the Heat lead by 6. For Denver, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. Both free throws good for Millsap. Miami leading by 4. There's a screen by Robinson. On the wing, Iguodala. With the lead pass, number 13. Denver grabs the miss.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Here's Murray up on top. Gets an open look and hits. He's got 8. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Dragic off the pitch from Robinson. On the wing, Iguodala. Robinson sets a screen for Iguodala. Back to Dragic. Dragic off the pitch from Robinson. Dragic kicks to Robinson. Craig defended by Butler. And it's all evened up.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there and keep him out of position in the first place. Do your work early.
Robinson sets a screen for Butler. Back to Iguodala. Iguodala, right side. Shot clock at 6. Deep 2 from Robinson.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
And some changes here for the Heat. Olynyk comes in for Robinson. And it's Tyler in for Jimmy Butler. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Just over 3.5 minutes. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight. Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Shot's good from Craig.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
He's at the pick. Tyler dishes to Olynyk. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Olynyk's got his first 3 points of the game.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball. And he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
Miami leading by 3. There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Here's Tyler. A three-pointer, no good. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Craig with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Ball, the pass to Murray. And he gets the jumper to drop. He's got 12. Now a timeout called by Miami.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's the pick. Right side, Dragic. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Miami. The Nuggets trail.
Just 1 turnover in the first half, and he's already surpassed that total here in the second. Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Feeds it to Olynyk. Off target from three-point range.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with. You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
And Plumlee kicks to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The dish to Plumlee for the lead. And it's blocked by Tyler. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He's covered by Murray. The turnaround jumper. That's good. Tyler's got 5 points now this quarter.
Shot to defend that turnaround.
Passes it to Murray. Gives him the lead pass. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella is all about power and force.
Here's Iguodala. It had fallen, but it's offline. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Heat. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Murray. He's guarded by Dragic. Back to Millsap. To take the lead. Rebound by Butler. The Heat with the lead. Dragic with it. Now guarded by Craig. The feed to Robinson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
The Heat making a switch here.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Yo! Someone come
Murray, the pass to Porter. He dishes it to Millsap. Backing him down to tie it up. That's good from Porter on the assist by Paul Millsap. And that ties it up.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Pitch to Crowder. Puts it up. His first attempt of the game finds the target. And the Heat lead by 2.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Gets it to go.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
He used that pick to get in close. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
He kicks to Porter. 5 to shoot. Miami grabs the miss. Butler's got his 3rd rebound tonight. About 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Let's look at some numbers in this one for Butler. He has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Tyler, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Here's Murray.
And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
The Heat making a switch here. Here's Jokic. It's good from long range.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
He feeds it to Tyler. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
So those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
They definitely had the advantage inside. Another big grab a moment ago.
And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. And as you said, that inside game, so strong for them.
Boy, that's right, and they need to keep the pressure on. I mean, that puts tremendous pressure on the defense when you're pounding them inside. A close game like this can be won or lost on the boards.
Both free throws good from Tyler. The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray, the pass to Craig. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Butler. None. Now the pass to Tyler. No good from outside.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
really, they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. And the way they did it in the first half, I think they got to get back to trying that. It worked for them then. It should work for them now.
The Heat making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Guarded by Porter. Jones drives in. And it's Denver with the rebound.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Here's Craig. Some solid defense from Butler.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. Out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Here's Jones. He's at the pick. Knocks him down. Just 5 on the clock. Backed away. Porter with the steal. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Some fantastic numbers here for Porter. He has 11 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. And Porter drops them both.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Here's Tyler, defended by Craig. Leonard kicks to Tyler. Tyler off the pick from Leonard. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Denver calls timeout. They're losing by 3. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop fighting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his 3rd overall.
Here's Tyler, defended by Craig. Double by Murray. Tyler dishes to Dragic. Takes it out to Jones. Puts the lead pass in front of him. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Outside Dragic. Leonard sets a screen for Dragic. Outside Jones. Jones off the pick from Leonard. Jones drives in. Rejected by Grant. They recover it. Olynyk. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot was taken.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
The Heat making a switch here.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Here's Jokic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. For Miami, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drive in the 4th of 9. Robinson sets a screen for Butler. Guarded by Porter. And Butler, here we go. Nails it!
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 3. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they've got 2 options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like the idea of going for the quick 2. Take it to the rim, and that wouldn't be a bad way to approach this situation.
Dishes it to Porter. He passes to Craig. Murray takes up a 3. No good from three-point territory. Big win by Miami in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave you with the Jordan Player of the Game.